pleasant day to everyone. So today we'll be talking about Jackson Pollock's biography and his famous works. First, we will go through his biography. Jackson Pollock, a name synonymous with abstract expressionism and the revolutionary drip techniques, was a complex and influential figure in the art world. His life, marked by both artistic brilliance and personal struggles, left an indelible mark on the trajectory of modern art. This biography explores his gay life events, significant influences, and lasting contribution to the art. Now let's go with early life and influences in 1912 to 1936. Born Paul Jackson Pollock in Cody, Wyoming in 1912, Pollock was the youngest of the five brothers. His family moved frequently, settling in Arizona and California before finally relocating to Los Angeles in 1928. Pollock's early life was marked by instability with his father's alcoholism and the family's frequent relocations, leaving him feeling restless and seeking attention. So, while attending Manual Art High School in Los Angeles, Pollock discovered his passion for art. However, he was expelled twice before abandoning formal education to pursue his artistic aspirations. In 1930, at the age of 18, Pollock followed his brother Charles to New York City, where he enrolled at the Art Student League under the tutelage of Thomas Hart Benton. Benton's regionalist style, focusing on rural American scenes, had a limited influence on Pollock's work. However, Benton's rhythmic use of paint and emphasis on artistic independence left a lasting impression on the young artist. During this period, Pollock was also exposed to the work of Mexican muralists like Jose Clemente Orozco and David Alfaro Siqueiros, whose large-scale experimental techniques would later inspire his own artistic explorations. Now, let's go to the rise of unique style. In 1936 to 1954, Pollock's artistic journey was marked by a constant evolution. He experienced with various styles and techniques, gradually moving away from traditional representational art towards a more abstract and personal expression. In 1936, Pollock was introduced to the use of liquid paint at an experimental workshop led by Siqueiros. This experiment sparked his interest in exploring the possibilities of paint as a fluid medium. Throughout the late 1930s and early 1940s, Pollock struggled with alcoholism and underwent Jungian physical therapy. With deeply influenced his artistic outlook, Jungian concept of the unconscious and arche- archetypes found their way into his paintings, adding a layer of psychological depth in his work. In 1943, Pollock signed a gallery contract with Peggy Guggenheim, a prominent art collector and patron. Guggenheim commissioned him to create a large-scale mural for her new townhouse. This mural marked a turning point in Pollock's career, showcasing his emerging style and earning his critical acclaim. Now let's go to the Trip period and action painting, 1947 to 1950. Pollock's most famous work were created during his Trip period, a period of intense creativity and experimentation that cemented his place in art history. In 1945, Pollock married fellow artist Lee Krasner, who became a vital influence in his career. The Krasnier provided stability and support, helping him navigate his personal struggles and manage his artistic endeavors. The couple moved to Springs, Long Island, where Pollock converted a barn in his studio. Here that he perfected his signature drip technique, a revolutionary approach to painting that involved pouring and splashing paint into a horizontal canvas, often laid out on the studio floor. Pollock's strip technique is characterized by its spontaneity, dynamism, and overall composition become, became synonymous with action painting, a term coined by art critic Harold Rosenberg in 1952. Action painting emphasized the physicality of the artistic process, with the artist's gesture and movement during integral to the creation of the artwork. Later year and legacy. 1951–1956. Despite his fame, Pollock's later years were marked by artistic experimentation and personal struggles. He's abandoned and he abandoned the drip technique, exploring different approach to painting, including black and white works or on unprimed canvases. His alcoholism continued to plague him, leading to a decline in his productivity and a troubled relationship with Krasner. On August 11, 1956, at the age of 44, Pollock died in an alcohol-related car crash. His untimely death shocked the art world, leaving a void in the contemporary art scene. So despite of his short life, Pollock's impact on art history is undeniable. His revolutionary drip techniques, his embrace of abstract expression, and his emphasis on the physicality of the artistic process. So we have here his three famous work, which is a number 5, number 11, and the number 31. Let's go first with the number 5.
Jackson Pollock's Number 5, 1948, A Canvas of Unconscious Expression. Jackson Pollock's Number 5, 1948 is a seminal work of abstract expressionism created during a period of intense artistic and social upheaval. Historical context and period. Pollock painted Number 5, 1948 in the immediate aftermath of World War II. The war's devastation and the subsequent Cold War anxieties deeply influenced American society and art. The post-war era was marked by a shift in artistic focus from traditional representational art to abstract expression, reflecting a desire for a new visual language to grapple with the complexities of the modern world. Number 5, 1948 was created during Pollock's Greek period, a time when he perfected his signature technique of pouring and splashing paint onto a horizontal canvas. This approach, born out of experimentation and a rejection of traditional brushwork, mirrored the sense of liberation and exploration that characterized the post-war era. Subject and content analysis. Number 5, 1948 is not a depiction of any recognizable object or scene. It is a pure abstraction, a swirling, dynamic composition of thick, drip paint in shades of brown, yellow, white, and gray. The painting subject matter is the artist's own unconscious, his emotional state, and the process of creation itself. Pollock's drip technique allowed him to express his inner world spontaneously and directly without the constraints of traditional representation. Themes explored in number 5, 1948. Spontaneity and unconscious expression. The painting's chaotic, energetic composition reflects Pollock's belief that art should be a direct expression of the artist's inner world, unfiltered by conscious control. The physicality of art making. Pollock's grip technique emphasized the physical act of painting, with the artist's movements and gestures becoming integral to the artwork. All over composition, the painting's lack of traditional compositional elements, with paint flowing across the entire surface, creates a scene of immersive and dynamic space. The power of the unconscious. The painting's chaotic, unpredictable nature suggests the power of the unconscious mind to shape and influence artistic creation. Symbolism in number 5, 1948 is open to interpretation, but the painting's swirling, chaotic forms could be seen as representing the anxieties and uncertainties of the post-war world. The use of thick, textured paint could also be interpreted as a reflection of Pollack's own emotional turmoil and the raw energy of his artistic process. Message conveyed by number 5, 1948. The importance of individual expression and artistic freedom. The power of the unconscious mind in shaping creativity. The significance of the artistic process as a means of exploring and expressing complex emotions. Number 5, 1948 remains a powerful and enigmatic work, a testament to Pollock's innovative approach to painting and his ability to capture the essence of the post-war era. The painting's enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke a sense of raw energy, emotion, emotional intensity, and the boundless possibilities of artistic expression.
Jackson Pollock's number 11, Blue Poles, a bold statement in abstract expressionism. Jackson Pollock's number 11, Blue Poles, painted in 1952, is a significant work within the abstract expressionist movement, reflecting both the artist's evolving style and the broader cultural context of the time. Historical context and period. Number 11, Blue Poles, was created during a turbulent period in American history. The Korean War was raging and the Cold War was intensifying, creating a sense of global tension and uncertainty. The, the post-war era was also a time of significant social and cultural change. With the rise of consumerism, suburbanization, and a growing interest in abstract art, Pollock, known for his drip technique, was at the height of his fame during this period. He had gained international recognition for his innovative approach to painting, which challenged traditional artistic convention and embraced the power they unconscious. However, he was also struggling with alcoholism, which would eventually lead to his tragic death in 1956. Subject and content analysis. Number 11, Blue Poles, is a large-scale abstract painting characterized by its bold, dynamic composition and vibrant color palette. The painting's surface is covered in a swirling, chaotic mass of drip and splattered paint with 8 prominent vertical blue stripes, known as the poles, cutting through the canvas. The painting's subject matter is not representational. It is a pure abstraction, a visual expression of Pollock's inner world and his artistic process. The poles are thought to be symbolic of both the artist's struggle with his inner demons and the broader societal anxieties of the time. Themes. explored in number 11. Blue poles include the artist's interiority, the painting's chaotic, energetic composition reflects Pollock's belief that art should be a direct expression of the artist's inner world, unfiltered by conscious control. The physicality of art making Pollock's drape technique emphasized the physical act of painting, with the artist's movements and gestures becoming integral to the artwork. All over, composition, the painting's lack of traditional compositional elements with paint flowing across the entire surface creates a sense of immersive and dynamic space. The power of color, the vibrant blue poles stand out against the swirling background, creating a sense of tension and movement. Symbolism in number 11, blue poles, is open to interpretation, but the painting's chaotic forms could be seen as representing the anxieties and uncertainties of the Cold War era. The poles might symbolize the artist's own struggles, the rigidity of societal structures, or the forces of challenge and upheaval in the world. Messages conveyed by number 11 blue poles include the importance of individual expression and artistic freedom, the power of the unconscious mind in shaping creativity, the significance of the artistic process as means of exploring and expressing complex emotions. Number 11, Blue Poles, is a powerful and complex work of art reflecting both both the artist's personal struggles and the broader cultural context of the time. It is a it is a testament to Pollock's innovative approach to painting and his ability to capture the presence of the post-war era.
Jackson Pollock's number 31, 1950, is a monumental work of abstract expressionism reflecting both the artist's revolutionary technique and the broader cultural context of the early 1950s. Historical content, the context and period. Number 31, 1950, was painted during a time of significant change and upheaval in the United States. The Korean War was ongoing, and the Cold War was escalating, creating a sense of global tension and uncertainty. The post war era was also marked by a shift in artistic focus from traditional representational art to abstract expression, reflecting a desire for a new visual language to grapple with the complexity of the modern world. Pollock, at the height of his career, was a leading figure in the abstract expressionist movement. He had gained international recognition for his innovative drip technique, which challenged traditional artistic conventions and embraced the power of the unconscious. Now let's go to subject and content analysis. Number 31, 1950, is a large-scale abstract painting characterized by its bold, dynamic composition and vibrant color palette. The painting's surface is covered in a swirling, chaotic mass of dripped and splattered paint, with, with thick texture layered of oil and enamel paint. The painting's subject matter is not representational, it is a pure abstraction, a visual expression of Pollock's inner world and his artistic process. The drip techniques where Pollock poured and splashed paint onto a canvas laid, laid on the floor, allowed him to express his emotion and unconscious impulses directly. Now let's go with themes explored in number 31, 1950 include spontaneity, and unconscious expression. The painting's chaotic, energetic composition reflect Pollock's belief that art should be a direct expression of the artist's inner world, unfiltered by conscious control. The physicality of art making. Pollock's strip techniques emphasize the physical art of painting, with the artist's movements and gestures becoming integral to the artwork. Next, the overall composition. The painting's lack of traditional compositional elements, with paint flowing across the entire surface, creating a sense of immersive and dynamic space. Next, the power of unconscious. The painting chaotic, unpredictable nature suggests the power of the unconscious mind to shape the influence artistic creation. Symbolism in number 3115 1950 is open to interpretation, but the painting's swirling, chaotic forms could be seen as representing the anxieties and uncertainty of the post-war world. The use of thick, textured painting could be also be interpreted as a reflection of Pollock's own emotional turmoil and the raw energy of his artistic process. Now let's go with messages conveyed by number 31, 1950 include the importance of individual expression and artistic freedom, the power of the unconscious mind in the shaping creativity, the significance of the artistic process as a means of exploring the express and expressing complex emotions. Number 31, 1950 remains a powerful and enigmatic work, a testament of Pollock's innovative approach to painting and his ability to capture the essence of the post-war era. The painting's enduring appeal lies in its ability to evoke a sense of raw energy, emotional intensity, and the boundless possibilities of artistic expression. Thank you for watching.